Hey guys, Coach Christine here with some coachly wisdom. All right, keeping it real here. I am nasty. I just got back from going to another kickboxing class. I'm trying a new um, place now. It's one of the UFC gyms. I think they've got franchises all over the country. Um, because of that, pricing is a little bit better. Did a kickboxing class. They're less inclined to focus on proper form and more about getting a good workout in. But realistically, how likely is it that I'm ever going to enter the octagon and compete? Probably not very. But I do have my ultra shirt on, my ultra crazy shirt, reliving those days. But anyway, so today I wanted to address a question that Zoe, one of my favorite clients ever in the world, sent to me via a Facebook post asking me about road running and trail running. He primarily runs on the trails, and his question was basically, how important is it for a trail runner to get out on the road and for a road runner to get out on the trail? So, so let's just take one situation at a time. If you're primarily a road runner and you plan on competing and racing on the road, most of your miles should be on the road. In fact, most of your miles should mimic the elevation gains, losses, terrain of what you expect to encounter in the race. So, for example, I've got a client right now that's training for a downhill, a net loss in elevation half marathon. So we definitely want to make sure that she gets on lots of runs where she is experiencing some downhill that will enable the muscles to start to get used to that sort of pounding. And running downhill can be tough, can eat up your quads. So now, is there any benefit for her as a road runner preparing for a road half marathon? Is there any benefit for her getting on the trails? Yes. So let's say she goes out for a 15-mile long run and the next day calls for a 3 or 4 mile easy run that's more recovery focused. Doing something like that on a trail actually has a lot of benefits. Whenever you're out on a trail, the conditions are such that the terrain is typically a whole lot softer and less, more forgiving and less drawing on the body than the road is. And hopefully most of you know that if you are a road runner, try to avoid the sidewalks. The concrete is so non-absorbent that the pressure of each footfall comes shooting right back up your leg and up into your spine. So concrete should be avoided as much as you can, sidewalks and that sort of thing. Tar, road, pavement stuff is a little bit more absorbent for your footfall than the sidewalks would be. So as a road runner preparing for a road race, you obviously want to be running, like I said, most of your miles on the road, but there are places and times where when you're doing easy recovery runs or you just want to kind of get into another environment, get away from the traffic and everything, it would be nice to get out on the trails. The opposite, if you're a trail runner and you're primarily training for trail races like Zoe is, you want to make sure that most of your miles are going to be covered in conditions that are similar and that mimic the course. And I know for Zoe, and it's excellent, he can actually get out onto sometimes the courses that he's going to be racing on. So that's like even better because then there's no surprises. You can learn the course. You can know when different twists and turns and hills and everything come up. And that's the more educated you are of the course, the better you're going to be on race day because nothing will pop up as a surprise. Now, is there any benefit to a trail runner like Zoe, who's preparing for a trail race, to run out on the roads? Yes, a couple of times. One, I think when we do speed work maybe we're trying to hit a certain goal time, like a tempo pace or intervals, where we kind of want to eliminate the extra extraneous variables that a trail would put into it, such as, if it's a technical trail and you've got lots of roots or rocks or it narrows, twists and turns, all those things are going to slow you down versus being on the road. Trail running always is slower. The effort will be the same. You can go out for an easy run on the road and be running a 10-minute mile and very easily go out for a similar effort, perceived effort on the trail and be running 11:30s per minute per mile. That's totally fine. That's just the nature of the beast of trail running. So when we want to do something where perhaps I want to see what his true pace is, taking away the terrain and the obstacles that trail running brings to our runs, I would love to see him out on a road to do maybe a tempo run or some intervals. But again, the bulk of his training is going to have to be on the trail because that's what he's going to be racing on. So I hope that answers your question, Zoe. So really, you can have both running mediums in your training. However, you mostly want to train on the terrain that mimics what you're going to be racing on. If you're a runner who's strictly just running for beneficial reasons and you're not necessarily training for any races, you can totally mix it up and play around and just go wherever you're comfortable. Okay, that's it for today. I know I missed Monday, but I look forward to answering some more questions and trying to keep it real here. All right, take care. I'll see you guys next time.